Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, everybody, welcome. It is Breakfast Bites with Bridget. Hey, no matter what time you're listening in, the time zone right now that we are live, it is absolutely the AM. It is morning, it is breakfast time. We've been coming in here all month long, and we're almost sad that it's about to come to an end. We've been doing our Leadership Legends Black History Month series, and we've been featuring people that can help you understand again, a little bit more about leadership, but through the lens of some unsung heroes. Hi, everybody. My name is Bridget Brown Jackson. I am a behavior wealth strategist. And what I do for a living is help people understand how to operate in their genius and understand that there is wealth in your behavior. I am the founder of Exponential Edge Ventures, where we help organizations grow and build highly effective teams, keep those profits in those pockets, and get more productivity. Again, we're so very excited to be here today. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Y'all, guess what? We're about to do somebody that is near dear to my heart. Let me start with this one first. We're going to do Dr. Charles Drew today. Dr. Charles Drew. Now, if you know who Dr. Charles Drew is, drop something down in the comments. Share. Tell us, what do you know about him, and how was he able to influence some of your leadership abilities? So let's get into it. Let's not prolong the time. So Dr. Charles Drew was an amazing, amazing leader. He was born in 1904 and actually didn't live too long. We'll see on this page right here. He died in 1950. So he was still very, very young. So much genius still left to be able to give the world. But what he was able to do is put an indelible impression on our society that what he did still is existing. So he was a surgeon, he was a scientist, he was a medical researcher, and he was given the Spingarn Medal for all of the efforts and things that he did. But one of the things that he did more than anything is he fought against racial discrimination. And so we can learn a lot from him. Again, not just have to be in the medical profession, but we want to honor his medical innovations. Anybody that is listening, if you've ever had to draw from the blood bank or had to have a transfusion or had to have something, literally, we need to be making sure that we're thanking Dr. Charles Drew. And so during World War II, he played a crucial role in developing methods for processing and storing blood plasma. And so you know what that ended up doing? It ended up saving lots of lives. That ended up saving lots of lives. And so he was able to use all of that. He then began to go into research, which laid the foundation for the establishments that we have today with the blood blanks. Yeah, I love when I had those bloopers sometimes. And sometimes I get so excited, I'm talking so fast. And here, there's a sidebar about this. If you want to wonder why Bridget talks so fast, it is my strength. But sometimes it can actually be a kryptonite. So if you know what I'm talking about, I'm a certified disc instructor. So I love telling people, teaching people about their behaviors. And mine is interactive. And so we move a little fast, just a little bit. We move a little fast. And so sometimes I have to slow myself down because I get so excited. But his work, Dr. Drew's work, back to Dr. Drew, not about Bridget, not Dr. Bridget. Could have been Dr. Bridget. I stopped short. I'm one degree short of it. Well, not even 1 degree. I'm a few credits. Okay, don't get me off on that. Don't nobody fuss at me. Don't anybody. I am an educator. I do know correct English, but when I get excited again, I start talking. Yeah, that way. Anyhow, let's get back to Dr. Charles Drew. What he did was very groundbreaking. In the face of racial discrimination, he refused to accept unethical practices of segregating blood donations based on race. Do you hear me? Let me come a little closer so you can see me. Okay. Do you hear me? He decided, no, we're not going for this. We are not going for this. During the war, they wanted to separate the blood. Black blood wasn't good enough, right? And so he said, absolutely not. So he quit because he stood on principles. And that's the part that I love about his leadership. He was very principled. He believed in equality. He believed in fairness in healthcare. And he advocated for his patients to receive the same quality, regardless of their race or their background or their social economic level. He was a fighter and a champion for the people. All right. So let me give you 3 things about his leadership, and then I want to give you 3 points of what you can learn today. We're at our 5-minute mark. All right. So, vision and innovation. He was very innovative. He was a visionary leader. And again, he advocated for medical science. And so today we see all the advancements in science. Can you imagine back then? What was going on and the limitations that they had. They didn't have the technology that we have today. And so he was way before his time. He was a revolutionary in research, and he spearheaded a lot of important things, again, because he had that visionary leadership. And then he was an advocate, again, for equity. He wanted to make sure that equality and equity existed. And he had a passion for access to the same types of services, no matter what your ethnic or your socioeconomic level was. And so he advocated for social justice in the stance of the healthcare. And so he wanted to have an inclusive type of healthcare. And so that's something that we can, again, applaud him for. And last but definitely not least, he was one about collaboration and teamwork. Dr. Drew understood the importance of collaboration, and achieving breakthroughs in the medical research had to happen from a team effort. And so he worked closely with other fellows, and he worked closely with other physicians and other scientists to get to the innovation that he was able to do. He leveraged his leadership and his expertise, but he also drew on other people's as well. All right. And then he valued teamwork. There was a value in there, achieving the common goal. And the common goal was making some of those advancements he did in research. So, as a leader, what can you take away from this? Let me tell you 3 things. Number 1, foster innovation. Foster innovation, tap into that creativity of yourself, right? And so, we talk about emotional intelligence, and I talk about the 5 components of emotional intelligence. So self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, social skills. And the last one I want to say is self-motivation. Use your self-motivation to be innovative. So encourage a culture within your organization, within yourself, that has that innovation embedded into it. Explore new ideas. Don't be fixed, right? Make sure, and again, I do personalities. And so there are some personality styles that you don't like change. You like this and you want to keep on going forward. But I would admonish you to approach solving challenges with some innovation. And then second, what you can learn as a leader is to advocate for equity. So champion diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, we've seen that there's a lot of issues that's going on in the DEI world right now. But will you be someone that will not succumb to that kind of pressure? Will you be the one that understands and knows that there is not equity all the time, that we have biases and those biases influence some things? So I'm going to be the one that is going to push against status quo and make sure that there's opportunities for everyone, for all individuals, and that I ensure that there will be equal and fair treatment. Will you be the one? And then number 3, embrace collaboration. So foster a collaborative environment where the whole team can leverage from their diverse perspectives. Everybody doesn't think the same way. And I wasn't going to go here, but let me go ahead and go here. We're less than a 10-minute mark. Let's get it in. Again, I'm a certified DISC instructor. And so one of the things I do is teach people about their behavior preferences, right? And so some of us are interactive. That's me. Some of us are stabilizing. Some of us are cautious, and some of us are decisive. And so, based on those streams, we all bring a different view to the table. Do you value everybody's opinions, their objections? Is it okay in your organization to push with some conflict, but healthy conflict? I just want to challenge your thinking today. So, as a leader, foster innovation, advocate for equity, and definitely embrace collaboration. Hey, everybody, my name again is Bridget Brown Jackson. I'm a behavioral wealth strategist. I am the founder of Exponential Edge Adventures, and I would love to share more information with your organization about how to get high performing teams that are able to be productive so that that money stays in those coffers. I'll see you on tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us today.